Hey, yeah, what's up? Um, you know what I liked about today's show is it was a lot more matches than promos, and then the people that had promos was, of course, my current favorite, one of my current favorites, KO, and the women. We finally got a little bit more layers into, I know it's about that time, the more, into Bailey's story. Also, at the beginning of the thing, he was talking about some go meet the some of the superstars. Some of the superstars going to be there. I think Cody was in the commercial and stuff like that. But from what I was talking about, what I seen on X, because I tweet live every week, a couple weeks ago, is when they added Becky to the list, Homegirl sold out. And they keep mentioning her name in this commercial. So now unless they added more tickets, or she coming another day, or something like that, or people selling their tickets, her day or her thing is sold out, and my hair looks a mess. I had the smart idea of wearing it out. Because they said, oh, chance of rain, not going to be till 4. They told us that last week. I had my hair wrapped at work. And nothing happened. So I was like, it ain't going to happen. I went to go do something. Came back, looked out the window, pouring down, raining. Like, wasn't even 10 seconds. I looked up, I was like, when did it start raining? Like, out of nowhere, all this is frizzed up. Like, I got to, first I had to oil it anyway. But it's like, my roots are still, but you can see, look, especially this part. So, now it was like, let me put it up, because this is a mess, okay? So, the beginning, give me 1 second. Rey Mysterio fought Santos. I got excited because I keep forgetting he's back. I don't know why. A lot goes on in my world in a week, okay? And my son and I went to a live show. The live show when they came here to Raleigh, and it was 4 days ago, but it seemed like longer than that. And then at the same time, it don't. Like, it's weird. But I was excited. And now I said, as of recent, I've been getting excited for Rey. Like, when he came about, for WWE, I kind of had tuned out of wrestling by then. I think I was like maybe 15, 16. I only was really watching it at that time because my brother and I are 6 years apart. So that means he was like 9 or 10. He was still into it. And when he's really tuned out of it, I was like, okay. Then I start back watching it. A little like 08, 09. Because I remember watching it live when Edge announced his retirement, and I started crying. Okay. And then, yeah. So, and then I maybe watched it a little bit after that, maybe 2010, 2011. And, because I remember the Bellas, and they played such good heels then. I could not stand them. And, I couldn't tell them apart. And then I didn't know they had a reality show. Couldn't tell them apart then. I wasn't invested, but like, I could tell them apart. I could tell Jay and Jimmy apart. I could tell T and Tamira apart. The only twins I can't tell apart. I can't even tell, what's his name? Cole and Dylan Sprouse apart. I can't tell the Olsen twins apart. And they're fraternal, genetically. Like, that's crazy. But anyways, yeah, I get excited to see him because, like they said last year, he's the underdog. He's the underdog, my bad. And I was listening to a bit of think it's JJ. Yeah, I was listening to a bit with JJ Riddick and LeBron James podcast. And they talk about how Seth and AI are the most influential people in the game. Like, everybody knows what Mike did for the game. Everybody knows what, like, Larry and Magic did for the game and stuff like that. But them two are influential because they were the height of the average guy. And it made it feel like average, like guys, anybody could do it. That's what Ray is. Ray is about, he's probably my height or maybe 2 inches taller. Okay, I'm 5'5". And for him to do that and to do all that he did in 20 years against guys much bigger than him gives people hope. Like I said, I wasn't around really, still watching when he came out. So me to see him at the age that he is and doing it still is amazing to me. Like, that match was good. And then when Santos got hit into the timekeeper play, I said, he out. Thought Ray was going to win the match, okay? Then somebody came out in the lucha mask and the hair, and immediately as soon as I saw it, I said, that's Dom. And it was like, is it Ray too? Ray looks, now see, Ray and his wife gave birth to the same child twice. Because Dom and his sister looks so much alike. They look like they could be twins, okay? And I think he's older than her. Like, I mean, like, even like last year when I was like, oh my God. Like, they look, and to me, I don't know. I think they're a perfect blend. Because I've seen old pictures of Ray without the mask on. And then I've seen his wife. They're a perfect blend. So for me, if like he looks like I don't see Ray when I see Dom. I don't know. I think more his mom. But for Dom to mess up the match, people's like, are we gonna get a Dom and Ray part 2 of WrestleMania? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, not unless it's gonna be like one of those preliminary matches. I don't see that happening. Like, I just think Dom is just being there because he's antagonizer, and to me, he's still the number one heel in sports entertainment. Now, I will say, Nia is a close second. If she's not second, she's on to come number one. Okay? When she came out in Raleigh, she looked gorgeous, by the way. She always looks gorgeous. I have to put up that video because I was going to put it up Monday. And I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. I'm going to do Throwback Thursday. It's Friday now. I'm going to probably do it for Memory Lane Monday, next Monday. But she's gorgeous. She had her natural curls and all that. Like, homegirl is gorgeous. And she's gorgeous with a wig on or with her hair on. Like, her natural hair. Like, she is everything. So, yeah, like, it was, I don't know. It was just like, people were like, what is happening? Like, Santos won? Because honestly, I didn't see him winning that at all. And then after that, it was, who was it? It was Theory and Waller. I don't know what their name is. I don't know. A-Town Down Under? Is that what they're called? Or Downtown? I guess for like A-Town Down and then Down Under. I don't know. Or like A-Town and then down under. I don't know. But they had their thing going. Let me tell you something. Theory is getting even more ripped. And you could tell when he turns around and does this, because his back got even more muscles in it. And I was like, what is happening? Like, where all these wrestlers getting like super duper duper extra ripped now? Like, they already will fit and look good, but now it's like, I don't know. Some of them on the verge of being bodybuilders or being in like the world's strongest man contest, because the way some of them are, it's crazy. Or world's strongest woman contest. I think I got a bit on my back. It just became spring 2 days ago. How did I get a mosquito bite? That crap hurt too. Sorry. But they fought, who they fight? The OC. And Michin came out. Michin looked good, okay? Then she ended up hitting, I think it was Theory. If it wasn't, my bad. I was tweeting when that happened. I looked up. I was like, it was like she should have got disqualified. So I was like, dang, I missed part of it. But yeah, like I thought they were gonna win. I thought AOP, not AOP, my brain. I thought the OC were gonna win. Production did their thing with Ray's entrance. They did their thing with the OC's entrance. I was like, okay, like we doing something, you know. And then but you know, they ended up having cheating. So honestly, if they ended up winning, I would be surprised if they ended up winning tag team titles. At the same time, I would not be surprised because they could, you know, cheat their way to a win. But then we also forget, because all the shenanigans, how good of a wrestler like Grayson is, like how he won last year. I think it was Deadline last year. What's that cage thing Trick won this year? My brain is going blank. But he won by one extra one over Carmelo. So it's not like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just that with the storylines and everything going on half the time, and them allowing wrestlers to show their artsy side of being comical or being heels or whatever, we forget how good they are until they wrestle. And that's what I like when, like I mentioned numerous times, when Truth came back and then he had to fight JD, I was like, dang, I forgot how good a wrestler he is. Like, you forget. And I saw him on Monday too. I was excited. I was also excited, which I did not take, the New Day winning, because I was like, yes. I was going to put it in the WrestleMania bound, but I forgot. I think my phone was like on a kind of like a low setting, and I wanted to save some of it. But yeah, so that one, and then after that, okay, it was the Nick and KO bit, which y'all know I love KO. First of all, what KO, is that an old shirt KO got on? The jump with the Ray versus Eddie Guerrero? Like, how old is that shirt? And where can I get that shirt? Okay. Second of all, Pretty Daddy's hilarious. Third of all, Nick looked different, and I think it's because either his hair slicked down or he got a haircut. And then what happened to his hat? Because I saw it wrapped up, so I was like, was he in between working for WWE, like practicing in the ring? It looked like he got a hand injury either from like working out, maybe doing like housework, or maybe helping somebody like a performance center or something, I don't know. And then yeah, so Randy came in. Really Belly was terrified. And then KO punched both of them. But when I was looking at Elton, Prince, and Nick, I was like, is it just me, or do they favor? Like they could be distant cousins. Not maybe like third, fourth cousins. Okay? They look like they have like similar features. To me, I think it's the eyes a little bit. And like their smiles or something like that. I don't know. Ancestry.com might, I don't know. But then that ended up being that. And then who else fought? Oh, then my girl. So then I saw somebody stretching. I looked down, like, she was looking down. So I was like, who is that? And I looked up and I saw it was Naomi. Okay? Trinity. You did not have to eat us up like that. Okay? First of all, the first thing I noticed was the hair. So I saw the wig and I was like, I like that wig. Then I saw the makeup. I said, So we matching makeup. Then they saw a glance of the gear behind the fur coat, and I said, if she don't mother eat, okay, that gear is everything. I love it, okay? Like that race car thing is given. Second of all, that's first of all. Second of all, like orangish is my third favorite color after lime green or neon green and black. Okay? And then I remember I was gonna be like gonna find a race car outfit a couple years ago for like a Halloween party. And I never found one. So that's always been like a dream outfit for me. But first of all, what's his name? JPG Pez designed that for her. She just need to put him on payroll at this point. Because he done had about he done designed about four or five gear concepts for her. And then of course Miss Sandra done, put it together. But if that's one of his again, he ate down. Them two are magic. Between his design and her taking that concept and bringing it to life, okay, is everything. It's just amazing, like how creative he is, if that is his thing. Because fashion is a form of art, and it's just. But then when Bianca came out, I was like, okay, girl. And then when they show stuff on camera up to us up close, some of the superstars look bigger than they are. Like we know, Bianca seems huge. You hear me? And when they show her up close, especially like next to certain girls like Charlotte, who's tall and lean and muscular, or like Asuka, who's like fit but like average size or something like that, or like a Michin who's smaller but fit, but she seems huge. But then when she stands next to Trinity, I gotta remember Naomi, she looks smaller. So I'm like, so she just might just be small and muscular. I don't know. What I do like though is that they showed that her and Homegirl fighting next week, they use that her red gear, because that picture she used to have all the time with the pink gear, I'm like, how long are they gonna keep using that? But I'm glad, because the red looks good on her. Second of all, the braid looked longer than normal. Was it just me? But she was like, I can't she was upset at Naomi, and then was like, your feelings are valid, you know what I'm saying? But basically, she ain't did nothing to me. You can't get mad at me because I come to help her out. Right is right, wrong is wrong. She shouldn't get jumped, period. Okay? That's what we got from that. So I said, watch. Something gonna happen. I was like, Bailey and with this match, and then Bailey and Bianca's gonna help, and then Bianca's only gonna help because she cool with Naomi. So before the match, Naomi's song comes out. EO's song comes on. EO has one of the best entrances songs current WWE. Like you can get your life off her song. And I love that Asuka gets her life off of that song. Sorry, y'all, I got something. I was eating sunflower seed. But she gets her life, and she's like, she don't care who's watching. And I hate the haters and all that stuff. And then especially the stuff that's going on with the Goldberg, stuff like that. Like, when they was listening to it, when he said that, the way he said it, I was like, and then I seen some tweets. He was like, you're being real misogynistic right now. So you wouldn't mind if a male wrestler beat your streak, but you upset that a female wrestler beat your streak? First of all, the way that people loved him when he was like in WCW in his prime, I never got it. I never understood it. Like, he's like, Goldberg is great, it's not my judge. And people like, somebody was like, y'all can have that. Like, he only got 6 moves. He does the same thing. Y'all just keep putting him over. Because then at the time, they was comparing him to Stone Cold. And I was like, there's no way in hell he's a Stone Cold, okay? It's two different things. And then when he came on, I was like, now we got somebody else bald over here. Like, was not my thing. Like I told you, I only tuned into WCW because of Sting. Outside of that, didn't care. Like I didn't really become a fan of like Jericho and RVD and all them until they came from WCW, ECW, Booker T to WWE. Didn't care who they were before then. I'm just being honest. Like Sting was the reason why I tuned into WCW if I so happened to flip the channel and he was on. That's it. Didn't care about nothing else. Didn't care about nobody else being on there. Did not care. So, but for him to say that, it's like, if you had fans like that, that rock with you, but don't tolerate certain stuff like that, you lost a whole bunch of fans. Because now it's things going on social media, Oscar appreciation posts and stuff like that. And it's sad. First of all, it's Women's History Month. We are still in March. Okay? Second of all, these women are breaking strides with the limited opportunity that they get anyway. Can you imagine how much further women's wrestling would be if they had the same amount of time and the same amount of promos and the same amount of salary and the same amount of appearances and stuff as these men get? Can you imagine? Like, that is insane. And if I'm gonna keep it 100, if half of these men were in the same women's weight class or vice versa, same amount of strength, half of y'all couldn't even beat these women. I ain't even gonna hold you. Okay? I'm not even gonna hold you. I think I was watching an old React, because y'all know I watch React channel, and it was WWE stars on there, and I think Drew McIntyre was like, the women do certain moves better than some of the men. I said, okay. Because I was like, I ain't met nobody yet, not no man yet, outside of Ivar, that got, maybe Ricochet, that got a better moonsault than Charlotte. I ain't met a person yet. Okay? And then people was comparing Kyrie's elbow drop to my mind just went blank. Ultimate Warrior's elbow drop. But I don't think they was like, outside of them two, nobody else had a better one. Like, you can't. And then the match on Monday, the last woman standing match, you couldn't. Man, the women just been doing that thing, especially since I've been watching the past 2 years. Like I've said, women are thriving, okay? And that's just not in wrestling, period, okay? Like, we got gymnastics. When I watch the Olympics, I watch track, gymnastics, swim, all swim, secret not swim. No. For me, women is the main ones I watch. I ain't gonna hold you, okay? Now, when it comes to track, I watch both. When it comes to swimming, depending on what the swimming race thing is, I watch both. But I'm mainly watching the women. Like, even with March Madness, I'm not watching the men's. And I make a bracket every year, and except for this year. This is the first time in 10 plus years I make one. I forgot. I'm watching the women's. Like, the hell with that. And there's people that's hating, talking about them. I don't care. I'm not watching women's. Well, go be bored by yourself and keep that negative energy by yourself. Like, them the people that I just want to punch right in the throat. Like, we don't care if you're not going to watch it. You ain't got to tell us that. Just don't. Okay? You ain't got to have your negative commentary behind it. Just don't. Say nothing. What happened to your mama telling y'all, if y'all ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all? Like, some of y'all missed that memo, or y'all mamas ain't teach y'all that. And it shows, okay? Because a lot of y'all need to get punched in y'all teeth, that y'all be too embarrassed to talk because y'all ain't got no teeth right here. For real. Okay? Like, that is crazy. So it's been like Oscar appreciation posts going around. And he couldn't even do what she do. And I know that for a fact. Like, he couldn't have went to Japan and wrestled. Not the way they wrestle over there. Okay? You couldn't have did that. You couldn't have come and then come over here and do that. Like, and then I think, how old is he? 50 something? When did he retire? Like, Asuka is in her 40s. Don't look a day over in her 20s and still wrestles with the best of them. Like, go ahead, dog. Like, y'all know how I am. because I'm here for the girls and I'm here for diversity. And how it's the audacity of men, especially if we're going to talk race, white men that always got something to say. Like, in the United States, y'all have the ultimate come up for being your sex and your color, if you want to say it like that. But you steady downgrading people that aren't like you. Like, that pisses me off. That pisses me off. So much. Let me pause this because I'm getting so mad that I'm about to cry. And I hate when that happens. Like, why you just can't say, oh, she beat my thing. Oh, congratulations. Or she beat my streak. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, be honest. Be like, it sucks because I didn't think no one was going to beat it this soon. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very competitive. And that would have gave it, be like, okay, it's not just her being a woman thing. It's just he's competitive. It could have been a man or woman. But to say, like, come on, dog. Like, that. Oh, and they're still coming. That junk pissed me off. Like, I'm pissed off. But my question was, who was going to, see, got, trying to stop the tears. The Kabuki Warriors are going to fight. Cause I'm like, we basically got all the titles, except for the women's tag team title. So I'm like, who are they going to fight? So then when Bianca had came out, and I was like, oh, my girl. Y'all know I live for Bianca. I live for Liv. So when she came out to help Naomi, I was like, oh, no. And I said, I think we know who's going to play in the tag team. I was like, I don't think Bianca's ever been up for a tag team title, right? But then I would kind of be like, Naomi left as a tag team champion. Now she's coming back and become a tag team champion again. I just thought of that. I didn't even think about that till just now. But I was like, people were asking for this 2 years ago. Like, I followed her on TikTok, and they used to do TikToks together. And people was like, we need this. Because, at one point in time, she was the Ravishing Glow. Then another point in time, she was Boss and Glow. So then I was like, what would she be? The Glowy-ist? Like, they would be the Glowy-est team? Or would they be like EST and Glow? But that don't sound... I would think the Glowiest, right? But the Glowiest what? The Glowiest team, the Glowiest women, the Glowiest... I don't know. I don't know what that would be. But I would be here for it. It's like my son, because he says all these names because he plays the game. He hasn't got to WWE 2K24 yet. But he has 20, 22, 23. And he'll tell me, Bianca's a powerhouse. So that means, then he'll probably tell me Naomi is either technician or striker. Right? He'll tell me one of those. So the mix-up will be good because that'll kind of be like how Raquel and Liv were when Raquel was a powerhouse. And then Liv was technician striker. She's the wild card. What in the world is happening? So, did I just cut my leg? What was that? Cut on my... you found random cuts. I was like, how did that happen? Like, I'm just looking at my thumb because I'm like, it's burning. But I didn't have any knives today. So I'm like, did I scrape up against something today? But, yeah, so then that happened. So then, it got announced that Jade was coming to Smackdown. And I was like, in the back of my mind, I knew it, even though I felt like she'd have been a better situation for Raw. But SmackDown has more, the women are more individual, and then the men are more tag team or groups. And then opposites for like Raw. Like the Raw, the women, most of the women there are tag teams. And then you have like individual groups for for Raw for the men. I think. Yeah. So, and I was like, oh, okay. Some people's like, how is that going to be? with and I was like, and then somebody said I need to see them three versus Damage Control, which would be, Asuka, Dakota, Kari versus Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. And I was like, well, that could work. You know what I'm saying? I like, because Naomi's trying to do what's right and help Bailey. Bianca is going to ride with Naomi because that's her girl. And then I was like, and Jade stopped them in the hallway once one Friday and was like, basically was like, y'all ain't right or whatever. And then somebody was like, I think tweeted me, was like, when did that happen? And somebody else put up a meme. I was like this, and they was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I was like, that'd be an interesting duo. One thing that AEW has though that I like that WWE doesn't have, and I know a lot of people don't like it probably, is a trios title. Like, I like that, because then something like that, like a New Day, because there's three of them, or like Alpha Academy, and technically it could have been them three: Chad, Otis, Akira, or like the OC, or the Final Testament, or Bobby and the Street Profits. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them got groups of three. Or, well, no, now, because now JD's in it. I was about to say Judgment Day prior to JD. Stuff like that. Like, that would have been dope. I wouldn't have called it a trios title, though, if WWE did it. I don't know. Triplet title or something? I don't know. But that would have been dope. That would have been a dope title. Even with the bloodline, because it's three of them. But, so then it was AOP from the Final Testament, and then the Street Profits, accompanied by B-Fab and Bobby. So I watched the first part. First of all, I think they got new gear, or if it's not new, they haven't had it for a while. They haven't worn it for a while. It was given like Royalty and Prince. Okay, I was thinking Prince when I saw the purple, but it was, but like they look great. And then they came out and fought. And I was like, I wonder how long my first thought was, I wonder how long Karrion going to grow his hair out. That was like, when I saw him, I was like, he got a half up, half down. I know I'm a hair person. Minus my hair looking a mess today. And some days I'll be doing the videos, because when I do them, I take my hair all out and then be like, hey guys, after I do it. But, yeah, so then after that happened, what else? They fought, so I'm watching them fight. I'm watching Angelo started off or whatever. And then I'm watching, oh yeah, so Naomi, first of all, Naomi versus, yeah, so then Bailey got attacked by Io. And I'm like, wait, what is happening? So then she's attacked by Io. The other three are dancing. Dakota looked nice, and that brace was on the leg. And I could have sworn it was on the opposite leg. Like, I don't remember it being on that leg, on the right leg. I thought it used to be on the left leg. Or maybe I'm bugging, because I'm tired. Because I was looking at her like, wasn't it on? Like, that's exactly how I was looking at. I was tweeting. I was like, wait, like something looked off. And I could have sworn it was the other leg, but I don't know. She ain't had that brace in like a couple weeks, so I'm surprised she had it on. I don't know if it was something like she done in a dark match, or on a house show, or her training. I don't know, but she had it, and I know sometimes they tell you to do that, like if your leg feels tight or whatever. And I know because my right leg is, the muscles around my knee were weak because I have a cyst, and it hurts when I do certain stuff, and it's big enough to cause pain, but it's too small for them to find to get rid of it. And they tried the cortisone shot that hurt like hell, and after 2 weeks it still hurt. I'm in PT now, but Yeah, and then if you don't get that together, your one leg right, it messes up the balance of your other leg, which causes your weight to shift, which could have the knees and the muscles on the other leg deteriorate. So that's why I was like, is it that, or is it just like, okay, we just want to make sure it stays up to whatever it needs to be for WrestleMania. But when she first started and she had Io in the corner, her leg jacked up, I was like, girl, I couldn't do that. I was like, it's only one time I could do that, and I can't do that. And that's not wrestling, okay? Like, I can't do that. And I think she was sitting on the box, matter of fact, talking to Bianca. Was doing a split. And like I said, I follow her. So I was like, I know she's a dancer, but I know when you get older and you don't practice certain stuff, muscles and stuff can get like tighter, or like areas of, it's like when you get back used to it, it's still like riding a bike, but still you have to get used to it. So when I saw her and Mercedes go to like that old dancer, gotta help her do the split, I was like, I think she's been doing them splits and stuff ever since, but I'm not mad at it. I think my baby's asleep. L? Yeah, he's quiet. All I hear is the TV. I'm at the phone. I don't hear him. So, yeah, that was before she got beat up, sadly. Naomi got beat up. And she got misted. That's why I was like, oh, no, not her getting misted. So, like, exactly how my face was like, oh, my God. Like, not her getting misted. And then that's when my girl came out. But then, after that was Street Profits and them. So then they was taking over the match. And then, Montez had kicked somebody and started dancing. I was like, I forgot how, like Buffy is. And then he went out off the rope to jump out and he got caught. And I said, oh, no, not him getting caught. And then I think they said he got Swanton bombed into Angelo. Then it went to commercial. So I ran to my car, put my son on speakerphone, drove 3 blocks to go get his pizza. It's raining. It's been raining here on and off since 3:30, 4 o'clock. Light rain. So it's stop signs and it's 2 lights. It's 2 lights. So it's one. They put a stop sign right here, like in the second block, and that's not even the whole block. They put in the middle. So it's 2.5 blocks up to the pizza place. I got there, parked, parallel park, got the pizza, came back. It went from 9:20 to 9:26. And they were showing Paul talking about on the phone, something Roman Reigns. I said, hold the hell on now. Like, how short was this match and what happened? I need the highlights, stuff like that. I'm still going to watch the highlights. I'm still going to tweet about it. But I was legit upset because I love the Street Profits. Like, I feel like, and I've said this numerous times, Montez has it, okay? Like, I love him and Angelo's together, but Montez has it. And this is even before me watching Love in WWE. This is before the tweets when people were saying, he said he feels like some people think that he's Bianca's husband. Never thought that. I thought that if given the opportunity, you know how LA Knight just blew up out of nowhere and people are caught. It was like because his character is nostalgic. Like he has to walk out in the vest and stuff like Stone Cold and Attitude, but he gives promos like The Rock back in the day. I feel like Montez could be a gray A. Like one of the, they'd say mid card, but a higher card celebrity if they give him the chance. To be honest with you, because like I said, he's one of my favorites. One of my, as far as men are concerned, like himself, LA Knight. It was someone else I think I mentioned, but I said it was 4 for sure, and them 3, and I'm like, he has it as far as promos And he's also great at wrestling. Like, it's a lot of great wrestlers that I've watched over the years, and they either use the same speech and they twist words around depending on who the person is and stuff like that. Like, their wrestling is good or great, and then their promos, you be like, and then some of them have like okay promos, their wrestling is okay, and then but if you mix the two together, you be like, okay, they're pretty good. And then you got people that are great at promos, and then the way they display their wrestling or have them display their wrestling on TV, you be like, like, he is very few that have both, and he has both. Okay, Seth has both. Seth is another one that can talk to you on the phone, on the mic, but he backs up what he says, and the matches are always good. Like, it's, I just can't wait if they ask him or give him the opportunity to shine. And you don't necessarily got to give him, like, if y'all are skeptical, the heavyweight title right away. Like, y'all can start with the US or the IC title. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to have a chance to win a title. Like, y'all did it for Big E. Y'all did it for Kofi. Y'all allowed Xavier the chance to do so, but he still lost. He's the only one at New Day that hasn't had a singles title, which is kind of jacked up. If you want to do both, you might as well do all three. And then I feel like Montez should have one. Or she should get the opportunity for one. And actually get the opportunity, not scripted. Like, build off of him winning it. Like y'all kind of did with Seth the past year or some change. You know? So, yeah, so when I came back, they was talking about it, and then they showed the results. And they showed they won. I said, yes, I was only care about them winning. Because I was like, Lord, if they lose, Bobby and them going to have to fight the final testament on WrestleMania. Like, we not going to know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So, they have to fight A-Town down next week. But anything still could happen next week. Because you could still have Final Testament mess up their match next week. So, we don't know. You know? Oh. Excuse me. So, yeah. So then after that was, Roman had came out. Cody had came out. I was so pressed because Mike announced Cody. Like, Samantha does her thing. I'm not going to hold you. I don't have nothing bad to say about her. Love the way she announces certain people. She puts her spin on stuff. Love the way she does Imperium. Love the way she does the Bloodline. Love the way she did Chelsea Green. It's another female's name she does. I think it's Maxine. She goes, Maxine Dupree. Like, she does. But Cody Mike is my favorite when it comes, like, Nate. And he didn't do it like he normally does it. But it was still good. And, like, I love the way he announces it. And I love the way Alicia does, because she has a little growl to it. But she announced it. So when they had it, and I was like, Roman's favorite thing, one of his favorite things to say is of all time. So he just said that in his speech or whatever. Them two had their speech, and I was like, I like Cody's suit. But then I was like, is it chain for design? Was a chain attached to like a watch? Because, you know, back in the day, they used to have a change on. They had a watch like in the pocket. And I was like, so I wonder what that is. Like, which one is it? Okay. And then, you know, so we out by ourselves. And I don't know if after like Roman refusing Cody's handshake, that it was supposed to be like a build up or something like that. And then them leaving, because I was confused for a second, because I was like, we still got 6 more minutes. Like, I was so confused about the gap of space. I don't know if the promo of them two talking had got cut short, like it was shorter than what like creative and stuff was anticipating, or what. And then we saw Jimmy and Solo. I was like, you can definitely tell they're brothers. Because I always say, like, when they show them in photos, like, of them fighting together or next to us, I said, they look like they could be twins. But, like, today, I said, Solo is definitely giving, he's the baby. Like, he has the baby face, like, the extra fat on the cheeks and stuff like that. Like, you could just tell when someone is the baby of the family. If you look at them, like, if you look at their older siblings, and then you look at them, either, like, their energy from their personality sticks out, or you look and you be like, okay, like, my cheeks are fat. I got that from my mom. Got high cheekbones from my dad, which I don't even understand how that works. But, like, my brother has, like, cheeks. And it'd be like, and my baby sister, you be like, yeah, they definitely have the baby face. Like, they have their fatter face. And I was like, yeah, he's definitely the baby. Okay. So then when he came on Monday, he was like, I'm going to come by myself. And I was like, don't trust it. And I'm all the way at the top. I'm in the middle. Not all the way at the top. I'm in the middle like, don't trust it, dog. Like, they about to set you up, okay? He came out. Jimmy and Solo came out. First of all, I was trying to figure out what was happening. Not because of that, but Jimmy had on all red. And I was like, he got a red vest too that got no yeet on it like his brother. But it did. And the guy in the front had a Paul Heyman sign, which I thought was cute. Like, ECW, this, that, and third, this, that, and third. So I hope after the show, he signed it for him or whatever. But they was doing that. So then I said, oh, he about to get attacked. He took off that jacket. I said, oh, he mean business, okay? Took off that jacket. Then you seen somebody else in the crowd. You seen Jay. I said, okay. Because I was like, even if Seth tell you no, he gonna need you to come by himself. Like, he's coming by himself. Don't leave him. Come anyway. Okay? They came. And then Seth came. And then Seth came out and jumped on the fence. I said, okay, Seth. Like, listen, okay? I forgot homeboy. Oh, was it King Troy that dressed him? But you dressed him, okay? That red with the red and gold always goes good together. Then he got the gold in his hair that's growing out. That's in a bun. That matches the gold on his belt. He got a red vest with red pants. I think his shoes is black. Like, he did that, okay? You dressed the hell out of him, okay? Like, and if Naomi did her own makeup for tonight, she did that too, okay? Cause she be. I know Bianca does a lot of her own stuff, so I'm pretty sure she got her own makeup. Does her own makeup, and sometimes they don't. I know sometimes they don't. But like the people, the artists in the back that help with the gear, that help with the hair, whether it's getting a cut from a barber or getting your hair done or extensions added by a cosmetologist or doing the makeup, y'all deserve y'all flowers too. So let me tell you something. Y'all be having these people out here looking fabulous, okay? Last Friday, homeboy that normally does everybody's hair lined up LA Night real nice. I said, ooh, like, you could still see the line. That thing was fresh, okay? I think he did the same for Roman like 2 weeks ago. Like, that's how I know I be paying attention to hair too much. I was like, he got a nice lineup. Oh, speaking of LA Night, so when they showed the segment of AJ at his house, I was like, why he look super buff? Then I was like, not him having a hair wrap on, like he got curly hair and about to work out. And I was like, he looks like he need to stay away from that weight press because he big as hell. Right. Like, he already big. And I'm like, everybody getting big, ain't they? Not in a bad way, but like everybody getting swole. So then he come out. LA Knight come to his house. I was like, the outside of AJ's house is nice. And LA gets arrested. And I'm like, LA is truly a Maryland ninja, okay? Because Maryland people don't give Okay? And I was like, me being from the DMV area, for those that don't know, that's the DC metropolitan area. And that basically, Baltimore is not a part of it. Okay? Fredericksburg is not a part of it. Okay? Um, Richmond, Quantico, none of that. It's basically if you can get on a metro train or you can catch a bus that connects to a station that could get you on a train. That's part of the metro area. Okay. So me being from the DMV, right? Had all of my close family, like my papa and all his siblings, and then on my mom's side, and then on my dad's side, my granddaddy and my grandma, and a couple of their siblings, or like a lot of my cousins, all my aunts and uncles lived in the area, except for one. My one uncle Derek, he stayed in Tampa for 20 something years. He just moved to Raleigh like 2 years ago. But he moved from the DMV to Florida, back up halfway up here. But he and now I got mad cousins in that area. The rest are in Philly. Okay. And that's exactly how they act. Like, they don't give up. When it comes to anything, positive or negative, like, they gonna do what they need to do. And it's like, that's why when he came to his house, I was like, yeah, he is definitely from Maryland. Like, he is definitely from Maryland. And people like, oh, like when people were surprised he got the key from his town in there, and they was like, ain't he from LA? I was like, he built from there, but he from Maryland. Like, he is that, yeah, he gives, yeah. Because my cousins, a lot of like, we do what we got to do and mind our business. Like, we go to work, we have a good time, we'll go out, we'll be in the house or whatever. But when we at work or whatever, if like, piss us off enough, like, we real chill, you gonna piss us off, but we don't care. We don't care. Like, stuff can be going on at work. If it don't affect you, we don't care. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Like, that's exactly what people seem like at AJ's house. And I was like, ooh, I'm just waiting for that. Them two fighting each other at WrestleMania, right? I think. If not, if it's next Friday, that'll be interesting. I can't remember if they're fighting each other on WrestleMania. But overall, it was a pretty good show. I liked it, like I said, because even though I love The Rock and I love his music, he would be on my Mount Rushmore. I don't think of the Attitude Era. And I saw Road Dogg. I was so excited. But of singles people, because y'all know I was down for the groups and the tag teams, okay? But it was just nice not to have him there. Not in the sense of him getting a spotlight, but he does promos still like he did back in the day, and it cuts a lot of the time out of matches that we want to see. So I was glad that did not happen today, if I'm being honest. But I can't wait to see what happens on next Monday. I will say though that production, I don't know, like, y'all was doing good until like the end part, because I'm like, y'all let his music play, and it plays so long, it plays like a half a second of his old song from when he was Big Dog. What was he? Because it goes boom, 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 like his old music, then it goes back into the loop of playing. And now I keep asking if that's on purpose or not, and people keep saying, yeah, that's on purpose. I don't think that's on purpose. Like, I don't think you're supposed to play it that long. And then it went straight into Cody's music. And I was like, there was no transition. Like, you ain't lowered his music, and you were like, they should have. I don't know if they could do that. Because some people don't know how to do that. Like, when you lower the volume and as you're lowering the volume in his music, in Roman's music, you should have raised the volume up in Cody's music, so that as one is fading out, the other one is coming in. it just cut off and then she went straight to Cody's or overlap. And I was like, what the hell is happening? Like, I was confused by that. And I was like, oof. Because Monday, it was a lot going on doing with that. And I don't know. I'm just saying. But I'm about to go to bed because I was just informed. Like, right after I got off work at 6, I had to go to my son's basketball game. Then they had me end up being the stat and the person that keeps the time. I'm writing down and then keeping the score. So I'm writing down stats. Got the timer. Every time someone shoot, I hit it, and then while I'm paying attention, write it down. And then the last thing I'm doing is turn the score. I have the score written down on paper, but not over here. Like, it was a lot. And then I went straight from there, straight here. As soon as I got in the house, like 95 minutes, Smackdown started. And then his coach was like, he got a game tomorrow. He got to be there at 8:15. Nigga, I don't even wake up before 8 on purpose for work. Like, what? Like, if I'm super tired, my alarm goes off at 8. My son is already up playing his game. I make sure he eats breakfast and stuff, and he'll play until it's time for him to get ready. Like, his football bag is basically done. He took a shower the night before, and so all you gotta do is brush teeth, wash his face, put on his clothes, and then grab his lunchbox and leave out the door. Like, so he'll wake up at 7. I tell him I give him 5 minutes for his brain and stuff to get adjusted. Flush his nose out because he has allergies and stuff with the neti pot. He'll play his game, and then he'll play his game for about an hour and 30 minutes just to decompress before school. And then also because he doesn't really play when he gets home, he's doing something else, especially since he's on different sports teams. But yeah, like on the days that I'm rested, like yesterday, I think I woke up at 7:20, but I'm still ain't getting out of my bed till 8, and unless my son is super hungry. Like, so for me to have to be up at 7 something to be somewhere at 8:15, I am not liking, and I'm not a morning person, and I don't drink coffee, so I'm gonna have to go find some tea. Like, I'm just. Also, I had tweeted, speaking of, I was like, if I was to win to WrestleMania, which at this point would be beyond the arm and the leg, and I know tickets are sold out, but it's just weird. This would be the first time I've been a tourist since 6th grade. And people are like, I was like, the last time I was a tourist was in 6th grade. My 6th grade went from Fairfax County to Philly. We went to go see the building and stuff like that, where the Constitution was, and where they signed the Bill of Rights and the Liberty Bell. And we went to the Science Museum. We left at like 7 a.m. charter bus, and we came back. Where I live at in Philly is probably like 2.5 hours away from each other. It's like driving from Knoxville to Nashville, or like Raleigh to Charlotte, or something like that, or like I think Raleigh to Myrtle Beach, something like that, something close. It's not even, maybe like Tampa to Daytona, but like it's so, it is weird because I'm like, and I say that because all the other times I've been to Philly, I wasn't a tourist. I had aunts there, cousins there, great grandma there. We would go for like spring break, summer break. So we were like in Philly. We got to see the cities. Inside the city, we got to walk to the corner store. We got to get our cheesesteaks. We got to go shopping in King of Prussia and other places. Like, it's different seeing a city that you spent your childhood in that light, and then going back to see it as a tourist. Like, it's weird. That's just like when we used to take field trips in DC. We are all like outside of DC. We were like 15 minutes across the bridge, and I'm like, and it's amazing how you could be so close to something that's a major city or something, and people that you know have never visited it. Like, I had a classmate that her dad worked for the Library of Congress, which my great uncle used to work for, which I didn't know that they worked at the same place. She's never been to DC prior to like our field trips. And I was like, that's crazy, because for me, both of my parents' side over here, but my dad's parents lived in DC. My mom's parents lived in Maryland. So every weekend, every holiday that I wanted to go, every summer, I was in DC. Like, catching the metro, catching the bus, walking. My grandma used to walk us to the corner store, liquor store. Like, DC, here was my grandma's house. 3 doors down was the carry out or the Chinese place. The corner row house was a barber shop. Then across from my grandma is an alley church. Another street, liquor store. Then you go down across from the liquor store is these apartments. Then you go down another block, it's another corner store. But if you go around the corner from the apartments, it was another corner store. Or you could walk 3 blocks down, it was an elementary school across the street. It's where my aunt worked. She still works to this day, kindergarten teacher. Then you go to the end of the street, it's a main street. And my grandma lived on a one-way street, so the metro go down there every day. Ambulance go down there every day. Then it's the shopping centers and stuff off the main road. But like, for me, that's my DC. Like, I know DC. Like, kids are coming in, we're going to library, we're going to museums and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, like, people that come like, DC is so nice. It's such a quiet town. I'm like, what DC y'all talking about? Like that, I don't know. It's just different when you stay in a certain neighborhood in certain cities, like upper class, upper middle class, and even quiet middle class. If you stay in those type of neighborhoods or don't know like a diverse group of people that live in all different areas of the city, or you're just touring the city because you're like, oh, this is such a nice, and you be like, and people that know be like, okay. But that's how it would be for me going back to Philly. Anyways, now I'm really just ranting. So I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to try to put that video up with the tags of the links on it, because I don't want it to get banned from copyright reasons. That's the main reason why I ain't put it up yet. And I will, I'm about to go get some rest because I'm tired. And I don't want to get up early. I'm definitely not going to want to get up early in a little bit. So, see you later. Love you all. Bye.